Hello everyone, how are you doing? So I've been amazing, I've been great, I've been learning, I've been growing and evolving as a person. So yeah, back with another one, episode 7. Know and love viewers, we're here. So yeah, I have a lot of topics I want to share with you to express in this video, and that's why I'm doing it right now. So just like that, let's get into it. Comment down below how you're feeling, how you found the other videos and stuff, and let's get into it. So I wanted to start off by thanking you people. So the people who have been liking my videos on YouTube, on everywhere, because like it's been a journey, and a really fun one, of course, because like it's always fun if the journey was to experience. If the reason for why you are doing something is to experience, then everything becomes fun and you become more grateful for everything, basically. So I'm grateful for you all for the love you've shown, the energy, the love, everything. So yeah, thank you, and let's get into it. So first off, let's speak on numbers, specifically angel numbers. I tackle numerology in my book, which is coming out soon, which is what I've been actually busy doing, editing and stuff. And I wanted to take a break from doing content and let the content that I've already put out there, let it marinate, and you people to get understand what I'm all about in my videos, so that you can have a much more, like, you can get to know me more before I release the book. So I wanted to let that content marinate as I finish up editing and stuff. So numerology as a full concept is in one of my chapters, but the one I want to focus on in this video is angel numbers. So angel numbers is when you see like numbers are recurring, like you see 333s or 555s or 45s in one, like in time and stuff. So what I've come to find out as I've researched and what I actually believe is, so the reason why angel numbers are important is because it's like your higher self showing you the way and showing you that I'm still here, I'm still like with you. Your higher self is like the you that is coming, like the you who has already evolved and stuff. So your higher self, you all know who your higher self is. So they are to show you, like, once you see like in time or somewhere you see angel numbers, they're to show you like you're on the right track. So if you are thinking of something positive, like trying to manifest something in your life, because we are always manifesting something, whether you like it or not, be it positive or bad, because like we have the same spark that our creator, like God, had. So he put it in all of us for us also to be manifestors. So it's just that other people, the people who get what they want, they are conscious about it. They are aware of the things they are manifesting in their lives. And a lot of other people like give that manifesting power onto external people or external things for them to manifest the things they want, which never works, because like you are giving away your want or something. So yeah, so angel numbers are to show you like you're on the right track. So once you are thinking of something positive, it's showing you that you should continue doing whatever, or continue manifesting, thinking of that thing, like immersing your mind and yourself in that thought of you having that thing. And if it was a bad thing, like if it was something negative, something that does not add anything onto your life, it's showing you to cut that thing off. So your higher self is showing you that whatever you're thinking of, if it was negative, like you should no longer be in this, should no longer be dwelling in this, should no longer be thinking about this. So find a way to cut this off, and to cut it off is like going back to where it started. So going back to where it started and thinking, why am I thinking of this? You continue unraveling it, because it's like you already even know it's already been written, like seek and you shall find. Whatever you look for is whatever you'll find. So if you are looking for the start of that negative thoughts, then definitely you're going to find it. So yeah, negative, like negative thoughts, that's how you deal with them. You don't deal with them by running away from them or using other substances to numb yourself or to like cut them off. What you do is like you don't run away from it, you stay with them and you feel it at that moment. The more you feel it, however uncomfortable it is, the longer you feel it, the longer that sting is taken away, the more that sting is taken away, the more like the effect that it had on you, it goes down and down and down and down until it no longer exists. So yeah, so that was angel numbers, and I wanted to start on that one. And let's go to the next one. So our creator doesn't like a person who can't adapt and move with the rhythm and flow of life. So rather than fighting with it or fighting with yourself, you have to be open to the possibility of more great things planned up for you. So this is one thing that I've been like, has been constantly in my mind as I've been editing the book and as I've been like living my life, is like, how do I find the balance? Because life is all about balance. How do I find the balance of doing the things and like applying pressure on the things I want? So as I was saying, like balance and stuff, it's something that I've been not wrestling with, has been constantly in my mind, because like life is all about balance. So I wanted to find, how can I find the right balance of me when I want something, I'm going for it, like I'm applying pressure to the best that I can, fully like going for it, and the other side of like letting life flow, like not forcing everything, like having the knowing that the universe and God has taken care of whatever you want and everything you want. So like letting just life flow basically. So this is also a tweet I wanted to put out there, because like, how do I find the right balance of that? I don't think I've found the clear, concise answer, but I'll get it, because like I'm seeking for it. It's been in my mind for weeks now, because like, yeah, so like God, our creator, doesn't like force. The universe does not like force. So the universe likes flow. That's why you hear flow state. Like every like creator on YouTube right now who makes like this kind of videos that I'm making is speaking of flow state, because like flow state is like the state you enter in, which is no mind. You're not thinking, you're just doing, you're just executing effortlessly and naturally. So that's flow state. And flow state is important because like once you understand that, you understand that everyone out here is selling their flow state. Like salespeople are selling their flow state in like speaking of a certain product to evoke a certain emotion in you. So like they have to enter that flow state of selling you that product. Footballers, the same. They have to enter that flow state of playing football and stuff. Everyone, artists, music, like they have to be in that flow state of making that music, getting in that zone basically. Flow state is getting into that zone. So yeah, it's something it's still in my mind. I'm still trying to figure out the answer of finding the right balance. Like knowing the times of when to apply pressure and knowing the times of just letting things flow in their own pace. So yeah, I'll get back to you people with the answers once I find them. And I know it won't take long, but I'll find the right balance, because that's basically what I'm all about, which is just balance. So I'll tie this back to another story coming up. So yeah, stay tuned. So the more you walk your purpose journey, the more it reveals itself to you. With me and correcting mistakes I've made to be better, and also I have recorded my reels and now that it's switched up. So I write down notes so that I can have like, so that they can remind me of the things I want to share in the videos. Not that I can't do it without the notes, but I need the notes so that I can flow in the right pace and in the right direction. So what was I even speaking of? The journey. The more you walk your purpose, the more you do what feels most right to you, like your purpose and stuff, is the more it reveals itself to you. So I came to learn that also you should not trust a person who tells you that they've already figured out their purpose. Because you can never figure it out fully. Even me, I've never figured it out fully. You only get like glimpses, like the universe or God gives you like glimpses. Like he gives you like 5% or 10%. Once he's given you that 10%, it's up to you to like follow those steps, follow up on whatever he's given you. So show up and do your part. Once you've done your part and continue working the journey reveals itself more to you. So that 20% becomes 20%, and so on and so forth. So the more you work it, the more it reveals itself to you. And like, don't try to be most perfect, because like I feel like this generation right now, even me included, we are so into perfectionism. That's why AI exists. Everyone wants everything to be perfect. And in a world that everyone wants to seem perfect, the imperfect ones are the ones who are most human, who are most tapped into like their human form. Because like humans, we were not made to be like perfect. We were made to be perfect and imperfect. So like with that perfection and imperfection, the balance between the two, you come like to find perfection in that. So like even in the imperfection, there's perfection, and in perfection, of course, there's perfection. So yeah, so the balance between the two is important. The more you walk the journey, the more it reveals itself to you. And like, you won't be perfect all the time. So like, make mistakes basically. I saw a very interesting quote of like, if you knew you were 30 failures away to getting whatever you exactly wanted, how fast would you fail? So like, do the mistakes, do the failures, and like like me, I like once I've done a mistake, I come back, I correct the mistakes where I've made it. So like, even in my reels, how I have done my reels, you can see the progress. How I'm doing my videos, you can see the progress. In everything I do, like I mentioned it in one of my videos, in my previous videos. I'm always intentional, even when I don't want to be intentional. So it's like a personal trait of me. Like even me being bored is like intentionally, I'm sitting there bored, because like I know in my mind there's something I need to be doing, like editing the book, but my mind doesn't want me to do that. So like, I have to find, so it's like, edit the book or do nothing. So stay at the wall or do basically nothing. Don't get stimulated by anything. And once you do that long enough, your mind just says like, let's just finish up on what we need to be doing, so that we can get back to the distractions. Because like, we've been, me basically, I'm like, I don't want to say addicted because that's a bad word, but I like watching reels. I like just being in flow and doing nothing basically sometimes. So yeah, so that's an interesting thought process. Once you figure it out that way, like, I'm intentional with the music I play, with everything that I'm doing, how I move, like it's intentional to the teeth. Even when I'm not trying to be intentional, I'm still intentional, because like, it's already been ingrained in me. I've done it for so long that it's already in me. So on to the next. So let's get back to the numbers. Nowadays, I'm really into numbers. So the only reason 5, so in numerology, the only reason why 5 has its meaning is because a lot of people have agreed the date, and so our collective minds project that energy to the higher realms, and it's reflected back to us with the energy of that day, which comes from the number. So like, you get like you've heard the quote of women lie, men lie, but numbers don't. So numbers are really important, and you have to be studying numerology if you've not started studying it yet. So like, different days have different kind of energies, and those energies, you get them from the numbers of the day, which is adding the date number until you find one specific number. So once you find that one specific number in numerology has its meaning. So what did I wanted to share in numbers and stuff? So the number you get, like, it determines the energy of the day basically. So 5 is going to be all about openness, 2 all about feminine energy, 1 about masculine energy, action, doing. So, and once you start seeing that, 6 all about family, once you start internalizing that in your mind, you'll start seeing it everywhere. So there's 2 ways to go about it. So since everyone has agreed on the date of that day, and everyone knows that today is this date, we project that energy of that number onto the higher realms, onto like heaven, whatever you want to call it. And once we project that energy up there, that energy is reflected back to us, and it becomes the energy of the day. So what did I wanted to mention? So that's how energy of the days comes from numbers. We have life paths numbers, which is adding the date of your birth into one specific number. So numbers are really important. It's like an art form you have to master. Like life is all about art. That's why I named my book The Art of Walking Greatness. Because like the art to symbolize something, of walking to symbolize the journey of you, not literally like walking, like going through life, and greatness, living your own way, like making your own life, no matter your circumstances, turning it into greatness. Because once you turn it into greatness, everyone out here is selling their energy. Basically, people are selling their energy, and people are reciprocating that energy with energy which is in financial form, which is in like currency. So I'm giving you energy, like if I'm selling merchandise, I'm giving you energy in like a piece of cloth, of which once you zoom into everything, you go down to the teeth of that specific cloth or a person or anything you can see in this reality, you will find like they are just waves, and waves are particles. So once you go in deep, and you'll find like waves are just energy basically. So everything is energy. So me, I'm selling you my energy in cloth form, and you are giving me your energy in currency form. So everyone is selling their energy. And why are you buying merchandise from me? You are buying merchandise from me because you like my videos, or because you like the book and stuff. So that book is still energy. I've channeled my energy from downloads from my mind down into this book, into the physical state or form. So even artists, they're selling their energy by investing their energy in making beats, making that music, and you pay your energy in like listening to the music, feeling good when you're listening to that music, and they get paid for that. So everyone is selling their energy, like everyone is selling their flow state. So it's important to master the art of working greatness, and I've already explained what that means. It's important to master that, which is like turning your life into like an art form, like an art project that is never going to be finished, but still it's, however, still great, because like how you're living, you've turned it into something great. No matter the circumstance, no matter where you come from, like having that knowing and having that, like working with that like energy, knowing that you're a great person and stuff, it does something to your energy, and it expands your aura. So like people get to be pulled closer to you, the people you want, who are like meant to help you, and you're meant to elevate them. And even that aura, like it pulls like your manifestation, the things you want, material things that you want, they come to you faster. So yeah, I've taken a wild turn right there. I've started speaking of the book, which I should not be doing now, but whatever. Let's get back to the video. So yeah, make sure you're learning symbolism, astrology, numerology, esoteric knowledge, which they're all interconnected. If you start seeing them in a broader picture, if you zoom out, you'll find that this is connected to this, and this is connected to this one, like astrology to numerology to esoteric knowledge to symbolism. So you get, and all of this knowledge to symbolism also, like they're meant to teach you about you, not anything external. Everything is about you, like in that sense. Once you start looking at it in that sense, all those topics I just mentioned now, they become extra helpful, and they become extra interesting. Like it's like sugar. You'll start getting addicted to more knowledge, which is why we were put on here, to learn things, to evolve, to become better people, like as we go forward and stuff. So yeah. So they are all meant to teach you about yourself, and they are art forms. So it's you expressing yourself in other ways. So after you go learn, it gives you back so much of your knowledge and power about yourself and about your universe. So yeah, because remember, there's one planet, we live in one planet, but there's 8 billion worlds. For everyone exists in their own world. And knowledge like this is important because it's giving you back your power, and also it is what determines the quality of your life. So either you learn the topics like this and more to make your world a higher quality one, like make your life worth living for, like making it worth living for. So where you are the creator of what happens in your world or not, and You learn topics like this and more to make your world a higher quality one, where you are the creator of what happens in your world, or not. You can choose also not to, and live in a low quality world where you are ruled with your circumstances and with everything that happens outside of you, which means you have little to no power to actually making your life a great one. So there's only two ways of how you can go with that, and me, I know what I'm choosing. I chose the first one. So of me to learning those symbolism, numerology, astrology, how they're all interconnected and how they give me back my power, because they're all meant for me, not like something external and stuff. So they all exist within me. Once you start looking at it in that lens, once you start looking at it in that perspective, how you view it becomes also very different. When you change how you look at things, the things you look at also change. So yeah, so I'm a 5 life path, which comes, if you add my birthday, 23, 5. So 5 life path, the one number after adding the date of my birthday. So I don't know why, but I should have been using numerology to encase my videos. So with my life path energy, so like shooting videos on 5 days, 5 energy days, which I've told you are going to find it once you add the date. And yeah, so encasing my videos with my life path energy, although other videos have different numbers energy, but really few of them have 5 energy. So I'll be filming more videos on my 5 energy to match the energy ultimately for my 5 life path. And yeah, once you start using your energy that way, once you understand that knowledge, you start moving differently, because like the veil has been lifted from your eyes. So like you'll start moving differently. You start understanding things on a more higher level, because like you have increased your awareness. You have increased your awareness is like you knowing, like you existing right now, which is important, because awareness is like, I even wrote this in my book. Awareness is important because like the reason why children get whatever they want is because they are living in the present moment. They don't have an ego, a false identity of themselves telling them like, let's go get this, we cannot get this because of this and this and this and this. They don't have that filter, basically. And because they don't have that filter, they believe wholeheartedly and fully, and they're actually demanding it from the universe. So from God. And God in this reality right now for the children is their parents. So like their parents are their representation of God. So the more they become more aware, so what do? They tell like their parents, I want this. And they leave it there. So like once they've left it there and continue living in the present moment, that awareness becomes like a field, like their aura expands. So whatever they want gets pulled into that aura, which then the reflection, like God gives them God gives it to the children through their parents, because like their parents are the representation of God in this physical form. So awareness is really important in manifestation and stuff. So you have to be trying to live in the present moment, be aware of things, and being aware of things is really important. And yeah. So as I was speaking of in the reel that I created, telling people to come and watch this video fully out here on YouTube. So you have to become your biggest fan. Excuse. You have to become your biggest fan at the start, because it's exactly what I do with everything I put out there. I mean, even on episode 6, the last episode I did, I spoke of wealth profiles and how different people have different reactions once they get like wealth, like a lot of wealth or a lot of money. But why am I saying you have to be your biggest fan? So I'm my biggest fan because I try as much as I can to rewatch the things that I put out there so that I can become better, more better and stuff. So yeah, I saw that video, I saw where I made the mistake, and I'm trying to correct it right now. So I mentioned that like different people react differently to different wealth profiles. Like different people have different wealth profiles. There are people who get ecstatic, they're always happy once they found that wealth. There are people who are just like chilled and calm about it. And there's different, I mentioned it in the full video. If you've not checked it out, go check it out. So, but I did not share how that helps you seeing this video right now. So it helps you by you starting to embody the kind of reaction they have most of the time. So if you've seen like the people you most relate to, once they have that wealth, once you see them, that like most of them are always like in that chilled state. For me, once I see them, they're always in that like chilled state. They're not like that overly happy, but they are balling. They have the money, they have the wealth, they've made it basically. So once you see that, once you see their reactions, you start like, you get inspired by that, start applying it in your life. So you start living that way. The more you start living that way, the more the things you've been trying to materialize in your life start coming to you more effortlessly, because you've gotten into that flow state of you when you have all of those things. So you are literally in the present moment, knowing in your mind that I have all the things that I may ever require. So why should I stress? So you're always like calm, and the more you become more calm, the more you like lower your expectation on the universe, and you're just like flowing. The more those things come faster to you. So it's different for everyone else. So the people you like who have made it, start seeing how they react on a daily basis, how they're always reacting, and start being inspired by that, and start living that in the present moment. Like now, start being inspired by them, and get it in your daily life. Put it in your daily life. So that was the mistake I made in that 6th video, but I have corrected it right now, and it's fine. So like you see, even when I'm not trying to be intentional, I become intentional, because that's just who I am. That's what I do basically. So yeah, every video I've made up till now, if you've not checked it out, go check it out, because like it's not even a habit at this point. It's just me. I'll be tying other videos back to previous videos. So it's better if you like walk with me in that journey, knowing everything. So like it's better you see through all the videos that I've done, so that we can go on this journey together, and you be like, we are on the same page basically. It's really important I emphasize that point, because one day you'll understand like, wow, why did I not see those videos? Because like you'll not be relating fully to the things I'm saying in the future videos coming up, and that I know for a fact, that I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, it's important to check out the previous videos. And yeah, let's get on to the other one. So getting rich and then getting wealthy is a science. A science you have to like find the right balance of things, and it's also basically an art form. So getting rich first is having a lot of cash flow, having a lot of money, and then turning that money into wealth, like having a wealth profile that is heavy, like it has a lot of wealth. Wealth is not just money, it has a lot of things in there. Tangible things, material things, cars, companies, everything, real estate. Having that, moving from having nothing to getting rich and then getting wealth is an art form. Like there's a lot of things that have to happen. Like there's a lot of things you have to master, because that's art. Art basically is mastery. You have to master yourself. You have to master your energy, because like money is energy, as I mentioned previously. So it's an art form. Once you start seeing it as an art form, you start playing the game differently. You start moving differently. Your energy starts pulling things differently, like attracting things that you want in your aura, so that they can be manifested more effortlessly. You start moving basically moving differently as a person, once you understand that it's an art form. So the next one is explain to you people the book cover, so idea that I had, and why it has already been materialized, because I have no doubts on it happening. Therefore, with unshakable belief, it has no choice but to materialize. It's like little practices that we used to do in school, and they were not working because they were real, but because of the faith and belief behind them. One of them was the eyelash one, and was the eyelash one, dust on hands, and even swallowing a small stone. So there's a lot of beliefs that we had in school, like once you were young, and it's not that those beliefs were real and they were working. It's because that the energy we had put behind them made them work. Those beliefs are not real. So, but you believing in that thing and being focused on nothing else, not even like having no doubt in your mind, is going to materialize anything and everything you want. So there's a lot of people who believe us in like, once you show people your plans, they may jinx it and stuff. Well, I had to like also, I also was there, I also was thinking that and stuff, but I had to move my mind away from that, because like I saw that that's giving my power away to other people and giving my power away to external circumstances. And the power is mine. So like I had to reclaim back that power by me knowing that once I've put something out there, it has already happened. So once you also understand something, I'm going to mention this in a coming point. Once you understand that you cannot think of something that does not exist, even if it's not the you in this dimension, because there's a lot of dimensions, there's a lot of realities. If you've seen movies on like, you think that basically you cannot think of something that does not exist. So if you think yourself like you have everything, there is a you somewhere in another reality that has all of that. That's why they put the multiverse theories in movies like Marvel, and a lot of other movies have tackled, even animes have tackled this other realities thing. They cannot put it there if it does not exist. You cannot think of something that does not exist because your mind cannot go that far. So once you think of something that I have already materialized or manifested this certain thing, it becomes true to you, and it becomes true to the version of you that already has it. And once you see it from that angle, everything else becomes really different, because like you start moving differently. So even me putting it out there was like, I have unshakable belief that it has happened. In my mind, I have already believed it and I have already manifested it. So like, even if it does not happen in this reality, it does not mean that it has not happened, because it has happened in my mind. So if it has happened in my mind, then it exists in my mind. And everything that I'm experiencing right now, I'm still experiencing it in my mind. So I'm not experiencing it in like tangibly. Because like even hands are extensions to my mind. Feet are extensions to my mind. So like I'm experiencing this reality through my mind. These are just like receptors. They're like telling my mind, oh, this thing feels this and this and this. So like once you understand that, you'll understand that you're experiencing everything in your mind. And like once you have it in your mind, then you already have it. Because even if you're driving a car right now, you're not driving it in like your physical sense. It's your mind sending the commands to your body to operate the car or operate anything and stuff. So once you have anything in your mind, it has already happened. So even if it does not happen in this reality, that means that it's going to take a little more time, because it takes time for things to come down to this reality. This reality, things move slowly. But in your mind, you can have everything right now. Once you're aware of everything in your mind, it happens in that moment. But in this reality, you have to wait for like a period of time for it to like come to life, for it to like come to reality. So yeah. So you are the creator basically. Once you understand that you are the creator of your own like unique world, because there's one planet but there's 8 billion worlds, you'll start living your life differently. Understanding that you are the creator, you are the manifest of everything you want and have right now. Because like you've been manifesting things ever since you were a child, ever since you were brought into this earth basically. Whether you know it, you are conscious of it, or you are unconscious of it, that is not like important. The thing is, you are manifesting even right now. So the thing is, are you manifesting positivity, good things towards you, or negativity? Because wherever you point your mind at, whatever you point your energy at, even talking is energy. So if you're speaking positive things onto other people and onto yourself, positive energy is going to come back to you. That's why it's called spelling, because you're casting a spell. The words of your mind, the words of your heart, the words of your mouth. So everything is energy basically. So once you give out a positive energy onto the world, positive energy is going to come back to you. So yeah. So recently I was watching a movie, because like I love it's also another like art form you have to master, which is a cinema art. Let me call it that way. So I like going into movies which have meaning and stuff. So I go and find out what the director was trying to express to me in that specific movie. And I was just compelled from nowhere. I just wanted to see the 2 Doctor Strange movies that are out. I think the next one is coming out this year. So I watched the first one. and the second one, Multiverse of Madness. And it revealed something very important to me about myself, which was, but before I tell you the important lesson, I have to remind you that I'll be doing more of these, like movie breakdowns, like cinema art, what I find out in cinema, what movies, what animes teach me about myself, because that's what I watch them for, to show me more about myself, to make me learn more about myself, to make me go within and understand more things about myself. So I'll be doing more of those videos in my personal channel, link in the description. You already know, Lenny Love Viewers. So yeah. So the lesson I learned on the multiverse theory is dreams. Dreams are other versions of you in other dimensions. And remember, as I mentioned, you cannot think of anything that does not already exist with other versions of you in another dimension. So therefore, the work that you get is having the knowing that you already have everything you may desire now in the present moment, and it's just waiting on this third dimension to catch up. So yeah. So that movie was really interesting because it was sharing very important things. I think the second one, the Multiverse of Madness, Dr. Strange starts off as like another version of him dying, if you've seen the movie. Another version of him dying, and he woke up in like a nightmare and stuff. So once they meet in that, he meets the starring girl, I've forgot her name, which her power is to open up like portals, star-shaped. So that girl tells her like, that was you in another dimension. I've been trying to find you, the you that exists in this reality, the other yous, like, so basically dreams are you in other realities. That's why they feel so real, they seem so real. Because like you cannot think of something that does not exist. So like even you, like once you've had a nightmare of yourself in another dream, that was you in another dimension. Something has happened to you in that dimension, and like once you start seeing it that way, nightmares don't have the same like sting. Because you can overthink one dream over and over again, but once you understand that there's a infinite is like no end. There's a limitless versions of you that exist in limitless universes. Because like if you've seen the Milky Way picture where Earth is in like the universe, there's a lot of worlds, and those worlds come with, like, God is infinite, so he created infinite realities, because that's just his way of expressing things and expressing himself and stuff. So yeah, so placing your awareness, that was the lesson I learned in Doctor Strange. I think I'll be doing more videos personal of cinema art, talking about more movies, more animes in my personal channel. So go and subscribe with the bell on. You don't want to miss whatever will be coming there also. Because like I'm intentional. I've told you I'm intentional with how I do things. So a lot more fun things coming in this channel and on that channel. So stay tuned on both, even on Instagram, everywhere. So place your awareness onto other things. Placing your awareness onto other things outside and also inside of you is important, because first in the inside, because you are an expression of God. God created you in his image and likeness. So because you are ruling over a whole civilization of over 50 trillion cells. So in every human, there's over 50 trillion cells. Like this is also like, I even had to Google that. So let me go to that Google picture so that I can have the specific numbers. So it will be somewhere on our screen right now. An adult human body contains an estimated 30 to 37.2 trillion human cells. These cells vary by type, with red blood cells constituting the majority, and the total count differs based on the factors like age, sex, and body size. Including bacteria, the total number of cells in the body can exceed 60 trillion. Male/female variation, a 2023 study estimated approximately 36 trillion cells in males and 28 trillion in females. Predominant cells type, red blood cells, make up the majority of the total cells count. that picture is on your screen. You can also Google it yourself so you see it for yourself. So the cells, they are like living organisms that are following you religiously. Following you religiously does not mean like just sending out a command. It means like they are listening to you. And we are made up of, I think, 70% water. And water carries frequency. And water vibrates, basically. And if you speak to water positively, if you put like a paper or something there, it can record like the patterns that water forms. And positive patterns have really like good patterns, like patterns which look fine. And negative patterns also have like fractured patterns and stuff. So once you understand that, you'll understand like you are basically a walking universe. These cells listen to you. Like your awareness is all that matters. So like you can speak life onto yourself, you can speak on positivity onto yourself, and it actually works. Because like there's people who have healed themselves through them just thinking it in their minds and saying that I'm healthy and refusing to hear anything else. Because like these cells are listening to you. They are you, basically. They are following you religiously. So yeah, you are ruling over a whole civilization of over 50 trillion cells that follow you religiously. So you are the one to speak life, love, and positivity into your life. Because they don't like, if you live unconsciously, they're going also to create whatever you are thinking, be it positive or negative. But once you become aware of your power and of your, like, you are ruling your whole civilization, you are a whole walking universe, that process becomes way more different. Like it starts manifesting positive things, because positivity is what you give out onto the world. Inspiration, like me, inspiration is what I give out onto the world, and my body gives me back that inspiration, like gives me more inspiration to do more and be more. So yeah. And in the outside, it's important because we are given dominion over all things on this earth. So my theory is something like, you see those people who control animals, you've seen them, the real Tarzan. So this is a theory I came up with on awareness. So in this part of the video, we're talking of awareness. So my theory is like, you see the people who can control animals, like even poisonous animals, which are not been like tamed before, and they never get hurt. So by the animals, although the animals are predators that can hurt them, it's because, so this is my theory, it's because they are projecting their awareness onto the animal, which is like a wave that is created. You see how like a tower, so we are walking antennas, basically. That's why when a child is born, their hair forms like a rotating circular thing in their head. Even we adults have it. It's just that our hair starts to grow differently, but we still have that like rotating circular thing. So we are antennas, and antennas can cast frequencies. So it's you to tune into the frequency of you that has everything. Once you tune into the frequency of you who has that knowing that you have everything, you tune into the frequency of you that is always in flow state, or that is most of the time in flow state, in what he is doing or she is doing, you start moving differently because you are tuned into a higher frequency. Basically, you being tuned into a higher frequency. So they're like sending a wave that's created from their mind. So it's also like when you drop a rock in still water. Once you drop that rock, it creates those waves that expand through that water, like in that water. So casting the frequency from your mind to the outside of to outside of you, which the message being cast / carried. So the message, those people who are handling those predators, the message being carried in that frequency is saying that I created you. Like basically that frequency is like, I created you, and the creator that created you, let me reframe that. The creator that created you, I have the same spark as him. So he gave me dominion and power over you. So like I have power over you. So once you start casting that frequency onto that animal then receives that frequency and becomes more calm. So you enter into the same flow with you and that animal. So once you've entered into the same flow, and it becomes calm. So it will become calm because it has received your frequency. Once it has received your frequency, it still will charge at you because it's a predator. That's what it does, and that's what it knows. So, but once it starts charging to you after it has received your frequency, you can dodge that because you'll know that this is what it's going to do next, because like you are already in the same frequency as in that with that animal. So awareness is really important, and it goes way deeper than that. So your awareness has much power even in healing yourself. So I told you, like, cinema is animes, movies, they are put there to show you more about yourself, for you to learn more about yourself. So in an anime that I've made a short review in my first video in my personal channel, Demon Slayer, Tanjiro. So there's a arc, like a full movie, where he gets stabbed by a train worker, some person who works on the train. How does he stop the bleeding? So his master at that time told him to like close his eyes and focus his awareness on the specific point of where he was cut, like specific to the point that going to that vein or that artery, like the way he has been cut, basically going that deep, thinking of it in his mind and stopping the bleeding in his mind. And at first it will become hard because everything we do at first, once you're in beginner level, everything is hard. But the more you focus, the more you like become still, the more you calm yourself down, the more you do that, is the more you'll zoom into more. You'll zoom into where exactly you need to focus your attention on. Once you focus your attention on there, your cells are listening to you. So send that command of like, stop this bleeding here, and it stopped the bleeding, which is like important. So awareness goes a very long way. So, and it also does not end there. I have another example. So this is one that I've done personally, like I've experienced this by myself. So this doesn't just end up here. So this is an observation I made recently of awareness and cooking, basically cooking. So ever since I learned how to cook, I was cooking to finish. So like I was cooking so fast that let me just get this done so I can eat, or so that I can do something else. So unconsciously, I was cooking unconsciously. So what I learned is, once I understood that I am the observer, like I'm not my thoughts, I'm not me right now, I'm the observer, like I'm the one who is above like my thoughts, above my ego, above everything, above me basically. So like I'm in that elevated perspective, so I'm seeing things down, so I'm seeing myself here. Once you understand this observer perspective here, you become in the present moment and realizing that. So you start to realize that every ingredient, everything that you're going to use to cook was planted or was made for this exact moment, so that you can prepare this meal. So that you can prepare the most delicious meal ever with every meal that you're cooking. That is going to give you nourishment in your soul and give you strength, enhance even more of your health, like give you more health. And by me being that present, I made the most delicious food that I've ever made ever since I learned how to cook. And remember, this happened recently, and I learned how to cook like 4 or 5 years or even 6 years ago. I learned it while I was like really young. So I made the most delicious meal ever. So remember, being aware and present has so much power that everyone can use. And the more you become more present and aware of the present moment, is the moment the universe opens up to you and gives gifts. It gives you like gifts you with the knowledge and even more quicker manifestations, effortless manifestation. So that was a really awesome thing, like you being aware of how, like even when you're cutting like tomatoes, preparing the ingredients, understanding that these ingredients were made for me to prepare this meal. Like once you're even stirring, you're aware, you're present of that meal was like everything has been shaped up perfectly. They grew this they grew this grocery so that I can prepare the most delicious meal ever. Once you become more present, first of all, you will cook more faster. Like the food will cook more faster, and you will create the most delicious meal because the universe has opened up to you and it has seen that you are becoming more aware. So like try it out yourself. I'm not even saying like take my word, go and try it out yourself. Like try your best to become more aware. No distractions, no stimulation from other things. Just focusing your mind on creating the delicious meal ever and putting your energy in the ingredients. Like you are thinking of like these ingredients were planted or were prepared so that I can make the most delicious meal to nourish myself and my soul. Once you put on that importance and once you become that aware, the universe opens up to you and you'll make the most delicious meal ever. So to take it a step further, so grounding is like going bare feet, touching the earth, preferably a place where there is grass, naturally planted grass. So which is walking or just sitting there with your hands planted on the grass. When you're barefoot, preferably to a place where there's grass. But if you can't find it, then a place where there is just like ground, bare ground, just natural ground. It actually takes up like the universe. Once you do that, the universe takes up more of your negative energy and fills you up with positive energy. This is tested, proven. Like Google the benefits of grounding and you'll see it for yourself. Because like we were made from the same earth and stuff, and it's the earth, the planet has its energy that it's carrying, and you have your energy that you're carrying. And since we are like disconnected from earth by wearing things like shoes, living in cemented like buildings which don't have like a direct connection to the earth. So yeah, it's important to do grounding more than ever. Like walking barefoot on bare grass or bare land. So once you do that, so if you put your awareness when you are grounding, you get into that present moment of like I'm grounding here. These I've also done it, and visualize, like in your mind, visualize the negative energy. You can think of it as like red, like mist. Mist is like vapor. Like red vapor going out from your body, being sucked into the earth, and the earth like filling you up with green energy, like green, like mist filling you up, and you're like pause like green energy going into your body and nourishing you, like positive energy. Basically, you can visualize it as white, green and stuff. So yeah. So once you visualize that negative energy leaving your body and positive energy being channeled into you from the earth, then the benefits are going to be even more enhanced. Like they're going to be times 1 billion, or times, like they're going to be a lot more than if you just did it unconsciously. Like you are knowing, you know that you're grounding, but like your mind is not present there. So like the energy will be moving more slow because you're not present there, you're unconscious. But once you become present, like things start moving, because like the universe is opening up to you, because like you're giving it what it wants, which is like your awareness, your present moment, you being in the present moment, existing in the now. So yeah, the benefits are going to be even more. As I said, the universe gives those who are present and aware of the now, because it's the only time that exists. The same also goes for tree hugging. Not tree hugging the challenge. So tree hugging also is a practice that was done long ago, and even now there's people who are doing it, not as in like the challenge. So it works even better if you are aware of the present moment, if you are looking to channel the positive energy from the tree into you. Because the tree, the roots are deep into the earth, and I've told you the earth has its certain kind of energy. So the tree and you're also like an antenna, as I said, but a tree is more potent because the roots are getting deep inside the earth, so it's channeling it. It has its own aura, you get, of positive energy. That's why trees are important. So they are channeling positive energy from the earth onto the ether, onto the world, then back into, you get, not just air, even energy. So once you go and hug that tree, your negative energy is being sucked into that tree and into the earth, and positive energy is coming on from the earth and circulating through the air and also into you, because like we are interconnected, and these are just a reflection of who you are deep within. So like they can channel that energy from the tree and from deep inside the earth, or even the earth basically, to give you positive energy. But once you become even more aware of, I am presently hugging this tree to channel out my negative energy and to receive positive energy, positive love for nature, for the tree and stuff, it works even more faster. That negative energy gets like thrown out of your system more faster, and positive energy gets added onto you, love gets added into you, positivity, like you get, so like your aura gets expanded. And once you have a strong aura, the things you want can be sucked into your life more, like you can manifest or materialize things more quicker once your aura is more potent, once your aura has more width. So yeah, don't get we are done with awareness for now, but I feel like that's the best explanation I've had on awareness on all the research I've done. So people just tackle one thing, but me, I've tackled it in 4 different scenarios, from animals to tree hugging to grounding to cooking, you get. So like once I was influenced when I was putting down those ideas, and yeah, so once I'm influenced and putting down those ideas, those are one of like my favorite moments to be alive. Like that's the best moments for me to be alive, because like I'm channeling positivity, like positive downloads that I've received now for inspiration for myself and for you people. So me putting out this positive energy, speaking positivity for myself and for you people, it's just like me speaking positive energy back to myself, because whatever you give out is whatever is going to find you. So it made me real happy once I had that, like once I was in that flow state of creating that. So on to the next though. Don't get attached to anything. Enjoy everything on its time, always with the thought that it gets better and better. So this is a tweet I made. Not just a tweet. I also have a Threads account, man. You people, like, I've been posting screen recordings of the posts that I'm putting out there. Positive posts, of course, to inspire you and to make you learn more about yourself. On my Threads page, on my Twitter page, like they are basically the same. So like you have no excuses basically. Before I drop the book, I want you all people to have a very good idea of who I am in video, is just, this is me in person basically. In video, in Threads, like in written form, like how I'm always like thinking when I'm putting down those thoughts. So that's how you get to relate to me once I'm in putting out positive words out there on Threads and on Twitter. Where else? In the book, of course, that's also a reflection of me, but in like a project kind of way, because like it's a project that has been over a year and I don't know how many months. I'll post the progress once it's out. So yeah, so these are all to show you like there's different layers to me. Of course, there's only one me, which is the real me, but there's also different layers to me. So there's layers to me as in like when you meet me in person or when you see me on video, which is the same. Once I'm in like putting out positive words out there in my X or Threads page, once I'm in like in the book, once I tackle more projects after I finish the book, because a lot more is coming. So yeah, so go check out my Threads page, link in the description, link in my pages everywhere. So there's a personal X and Threads, and there's these brands X and Threads. So they have different posts. So the Threads of my brand, Know and Love Viewers, are the same in the X of Know and Love Viewers. But the posts on Lenny Love Viewers, my personal channel or my personal account on X, Lenny Love Viewers and Lenny Love Viewers on Threads are the same. But for the brand and for my personal ones, there's different layers to it. There's different posts, and I've not even put out there the posts that I have because I'm working on numerology. So I have to release those posts at specific dates, at specific times. So like working with my energy. And I've told you energy are coming from numbers. You already know that from the start of the video. So yeah, go and interact with them. So basically, as I finish up this video, I feel like it has been a minute. It's been long before I did this. So yeah. So make sure you go check out my post and interact with them. Show love, show comments, all of that so that it can reach more people. What I've come to find out about myself is that there's specific topics that I like to focus on. Whether I be focusing on this, but these are the fundamental ones. The screenshot is going to be somewhere on the screen. So there's healing. So everyone needs healing from their trauma because we carry DNA from our ancestors. So there's trauma there. There's also trauma that we've carried through our own life. So everyone needs healing, even with their inner child. Everyone has their inner child. So everyone needs healing of their inner child. So like you can manifest more things and your energy can become more positive. So everyone needs healing. So there's healing, embodiment. Embodiment is like once I have researched and find out something, I'm embodying that energy. Like I'm embodying that knowledge. Once I've embodied that knowledge, like healing, there's embodiment, there's transmutation. Embodiment, I've said it, like it's the knowledge you've learned from the research. Like you embody it, basically. Stop trying to share it with everyone. Embody it so that people can see you are doing well. And once you are doing well, the people are going to also, like, with their own time, they are going to research and learn and embody it in their own lives. So embodiment, transmutation, which is transmuting transmuting negative energy to positive energy, negative thoughts to positive thoughts, transmutation, alchemy. Alchemy is just like transmutation, basically. So yeah, breathing through your emotions. Breathing through your emotions is like not running away from your emotions, proper feeling them, breathing, like removing the sting out of it. I spoke on this earlier in this video. So removing your distraction and stimulations, building your life of peace, like having peace as being like your foundation, fixing your foundation, creating a sanctuary for yourself. Sanctuary is like a sanctuary for your life. Learn who you are first so the art can come out more authentic. So learning more about yourself through all of those topics I shared previously in this video, not recently, a few minutes back in this video. So learning more about yourself so that the art can come out more authentically, more energy in the art, more channeled, more aligned, so it can help and elevate and impact a lot more people. And mostly the art, like all of those topics are just like different layers. The thing I'm saying of, and the thing I want to focus on is the art of self. So knowing yourself, learning how to deal with the emotions, deal with yourself, deal with 1, 2, 3, 4 is like the art of self, basically. So as I finish up, after some time of self-improvement, and you had watched a lot of my videos, so you've watched previous videos of me, and I've been growing, I've been evolving as always. Make sure you go back and to that video, to my previous videos. After that time, so once you go back to my previous videos, which you had watched a long time ago, and you've grown with me, you've also grown in your own personal life. Once you go and see it, you're going to notice a lot more different things. like you're going to have a different perspective on things, not the one that you have right now on that video. Because like there's like, you have just to be aware of yourself. You have to learn, you have to evolve as a person, so that the world opens up to you and you start like seeing things on a whole other perspective, things that you are not seeing before. And I've seen this with myself, because like, tell me why I can see something now and I can see that same thing for years and years and years and years. And once I've grown, evolved, and learned more about myself, I come and look at that same thing and I notice something completely different that was still there. Not that thing has changed, it's still the same, but it's because like my frequency did not match the frequency of that particular thing. So once I've heightened my frequency, I see that thing and like I see it in that way. After some time, you start noticing the same, like in that same thing, you start noticing something very different, because your frequency has matched up to the frequency of that thing. Not that it was hidden from you, it's just that your frequency did not match the energy of that thing that you are not seeing. So once you work on yourself, a lot more things are going to be revealed on you. So like you have to be viewing life and you have to be viewing things on that lens. So yeah, make sure you do that. Make sure you be, after some time of working on yourself, growing with me, going also to check on my previous videos, you're going to learn more about yourself and a lot more other things. So the last point, one of the most important, the point I mentioned on the Doctor Strange movie, that of like dreams, was in the second one, the Multiverse of Madness. The first one, the Doctor Strange movie, the first one that was ever released, the most important message that he gets taught to with his master is, it's not about you. So like he gets told that you can run away right now if you want, now that you've gained the knowledge of yourself, now that you've become a master. But the main thing that his master told him was like, it's not about you. It was never been about you. So that I'm speaking also to myself most of all, because I know that I was not given this platform, this brand, for it to just benefit me. It's not about me. It's about others. It's about the people who care enough to watch my videos, who interact with my videos, my tweets, anything that I put out there positively. They interact with it. It's about them. It's about you. So I always have that in the back of my mind to not sabotage it, because the ego will try and show me that I need to make this and do this for myself so that I can get this and this and this. But I have to use that as like my grounding principle. So, and also you should also be living that way, because once you understand it's not about you, the world opens up to you also, because like you start seeing things from a whole different perspective. So it's not about you, it's not about me. It's about the people who care enough, the people you are meant to elevate, the positive energy you are supposed to give out onto the world, the inspiration, the love, the abundance you are supposed to show onto other people, so they too can manifest that in their life. So yeah, just like that, we are done with my 7th video. It's been a fun one. It's been a very informative one, the most informative one I've done so far. We are getting better as we go forward, and yeah, so peace, love, and abundance to you all. Peace.